What is up, my fellow humans? My name is Caleb Beck, and this is a introduction to me, what it is I would like to be making these videos about, and generally what the whole vibe's gonna be. A little bit about me. What I'm about to describe to you is something I sort of, I would consider it a passion project, something I'd like to call holistic humanism. This came about when my brother encouraged me to write down my life-guiding moral philosophy, and holistic humanism is what it is. It's what I ended up calling it, and over the next couple of months, we're going to get into it. We're gonna practice what it means. I'm gonna give you some guidance on it, why you should do it. I guess you don't even really have to. I'm just gonna explain it, and it's a great way to stay in shape. One of the key principles is developing self-awareness. This is important for many reasons. It helps you understand yourself so you can develop empathy for yourself, which in then turn makes it easier to have empathy for others. When you can understand yourself in a very personal way, you can understand others in a very personal way. And that helps you grow as an individual because you can see not only your own flaws, but you can recognize your flaws that you can't see in other people. And it's just a vicious cycle of positive growth. Self-awareness it's like probably one of the bigger ones that I would consider is like a good skill to have. We can get into how to develop that later, but just meditation and mindfulness. Read a book, go for a walk when it's really nice out with your mom or your sister or your brother or your dog or your cat or your hamster, I don't know. Just go out and do something. It really is just like touching grass. The best advice is always the simplest ones. Next on these principles, I have cultivating positive relationships. So this takes developing self-awareness and understanding others to the next level by fostering a sense of belonging and connection within yourself and with this other person, obviously. Establishing and cultivating positive relationships will help you develop better empathy. It's going to help you find a place in society. You will understand how it is that you interact with people in relationships. You will find out what kinds of people that you like to interact with in relationships. The reason why I added this one to the philosophy is over the last couple of years, some really smart people in my life have just been I don't know how to interact with people. I don't know how to make friends. I moved to this new town and I don't know how to make friends. And I usually give them all the same advice. So if that's you, listen to this advice. Go out into your town. Go downtown, wherever it is that humans convene, and find somewhere that you want to eat, or find somewhere that you would like to sit and enjoy your time. Make sure it's somewhere that you can be alone. What I mean by that is a place that you feel comfortable being alone. Don't go to a sports bar if you're not interested in sports bars. Go to a place that you like. Make that a routine. Maybe you go there once a week, once a month, once every 2 weeks, once every 3 days. I don't know. Example for me, when I used to do this, I used to be off on Tuesdays, and just every Tuesday, I would take a $20 bill, grab a order of wings and a beer, and it was $12, and then I would just leave the whole 20 as the tip, and I would get on out of there. After a while, one of the bartenders would call me family or sister. I called her sister, and I don't remember what she called me. Establishing positive relationships. Now not now, I have since moved away from that local establishment, shout out to the point. But after this repetitiveness of going on sporting events, going on holidays, they start to recognize you, and you start to recognize other people who go there often, and there's your chance to meet new people in your community and make friends who like the things that you like because you went to a place in which the vibe was yours. Next I have on here is pursue personal growth and learning. This is a little thing that I like to call sharpening the knife. If you're not sharpening the knife, it's getting dull and it's gonna break. I'm not gonna say you should. I would encourage you to always seek out new perspectives, new ways of doing things. There's like always repeating patterns of improvement or things of that nature. Get yourself on those waves. I don't know, it's just, does the word stagnation sound good to you? Does that word sound like something that you want to embody? Stagnation? Pursuing personal growth is one of the next key principles. Explore new interests. Go out there and fail. Post one of my like more modern breakups or whatever. Someone gave me the advice of just like go out and find a hobby. Be bad at it. Find another hobby. Example, I went surfing. Not for me. But now I know. And then kind of found some hobbies after that. But failing is going to get you used to adversity, and it will build your resiliency. You can never have too much resiliency. You probably could, but whatever. Growing and learning is going to make you more mindful of the things that you choose to be aware of, which is always good. Pay attention to the things that you like to fill your mind with. Are they aligned with how you want others to see you? Is this aligned with how you want to see yourself? Are these aligned with your own personal morals and self-guiding philosophies? I don't know. That's a question for you to ask. Next I have, take care of your physical and mental health. Focus on holistic living and spiritual growth. What do I mean by spiritual growth and holistic living? I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't know what the word holistic means. Like a definitive thing. I kind of have a general definition of it being common people doing common things in common ways. Just whatever feels natural. Holistic is a very naturalistic way of going about things. A couple of ways you can practice this in your daily life is, instead of going to the frozen section in the grocery store, spend $12 whole buying fresh vegetables and then just make that a meal. The easiest one you can ever do is some rice. Collect all your favorite vegetables. Make the rice in a rice cooker and then saute or like just throw butter in a pan with all your favorite vegetables, combine that, and that's holistic living. You thought about what your favorite vegetables were, and you used your own energy to alchemically combine these things into a meal that you're now consuming for yourself. That's really good for you, and I can't overstate how important cooking for yourself is. It's very meditative, it's very holistic. It's very spiritual. What do I mean by spiritual growth? This is like sharpening the knife. I have a meditative practice and I have a yogic practice. That's important. That helps you develop spiritually, having some sort of practice like that. It can be literally anything. Maybe once a week you very actively listen to your Spotify Discover Weekly with a friend and you enjoy conversation through that. That is it. That's very spiritual, I would say. Music is very spiritual. If you don't, we will talk about that some other time, but music is very spiritual. And this last one that I have, and then we'll talk a little bit or whatever, but it's a little hard to do this one. To contribute to society. This will give you social responsibility, and it'll help you find purpose within your community. There is a lot of anxiety, at least for me, when it comes to wanting to contribute to society. There's a lot of vulnerability when trying to help others. That one's interesting for me. Maybe, actually, why don't you help me understand what it is that I can do to help contribute to my community or my inner society? Yeah, I don't know. Short of baking cookies for everybody, I got no ideas. Contributing to society, connecting with others, helps you grow as a person. In holistic humanism, realistically, its goal is to help people grow personally within their own selves, within their own lifestyles. This isn't supposed to be like an overhaul of the way that you live your life. I tried to design this to where it would easily fit in most, I'm not gonna say all, but most general frameworkings of, let's say, ideologies, philosophies, religions, whatever. Holistic humanism doesn't really care what it is that you bring to the table. By that I mean like your preconceived ideas or self-guiding morals. Its entire emphasis is to understand the interconnectedness of yourself and everything around you, and that it is all very spiritual, and whether you choose to believe it or not, that's what's going on. And to tie that all together in a way of life, if you will. So that's kind of all I have really to say about that. The next couple videos I will be making will probably go into each of those a bit more specifically. Probably give out some tips and guidances on how to maintain practices like this. And yeah, just gonna give you my like highly opinionated opinions on things. Just, you know, another dude with a YouTube channel. But again, hold on, forgot to mention this. One real big, huge part of this YouTube channel is I really want to build an online community in order to build a real life community in which we hold hands, sing Kumbaya, dance, work on a farm, and just live life decently simply. If that's interesting to you, go ahead and follow me on this journey. I'm on X. It's not porn. Also, if you check out my profile on X, I do have a Calendly, Bookly, I forget what it's called, but you can go ahead and schedule an appointment with me and I do spiritual consultations. The first one's free and then we'll get into it after that. I don't know, I'll just listen to what you have going on and I'll ask you if some of the things that I want to introduce to you aligned with some of the things that you would like to do to better yourself. That's available on my X profile. Yeah, don't forget to like the video, comment down below what your favorite color is, and respond to any of the questions that I already did. I appreciate you for watching. Go out there and be the change you want to see in the world. Bye.